Hey man, I don't think you're lazy. I don't think it's completely just burnout. I feel like that you feel that you are overstimulated. Some people don't know it. Some people don't know what it feels like to be overstimulated, or they don't know the difference of what is overstimulation and what isn't. But for the main example that we all feel whenever we're running away from our problems and trying to just do nothing whenever we should be doing a lot of things. It would have to do with the way we feel after we scroll on our phone. Like, imagine you're eating like junk food, and whenever you finish eating it, you get this lethargic feeling, right? Like you can't do anything, or it's almost laziness. Like the only thing you feel like you can do is just lay on the floor. That is similar to the way you feel after just scrolling or being on your phone. And the more resistant and like sensitive you feel to this act, the better, because it is hard to realize that you're about to become overstimulated or feel worse early on. And I didn't realize it until the more I stopped being on my phone and I started doing like other things like reading or journaling or even just talking to people in general or other habits like chess, things like that. Whenever you take your time on these other cool habits and better things, you start to become more sensitive to being on your phone so much and watching videos and doing all that. But sometimes we can't help it. Sometimes we are trying to run away from our problems because we're afraid of something, or there's just too much to do, so we don't want to do anything. And that's where this kind of overstimulation starts, because then it leads you to your phone or something. It leads you to a pleasure. And whenever you start overusing it, like overusing your phone, scrolling, you start to feel this feeling, this overstimulation. And there's not that many ways to fix it, because like I gave you with the junk food example, you can't really fix it after you've eaten. The only thing you might be able to do is like work out or something, but even that doesn't really help yet. It doesn't help you as much as you would have been with just not eating that in the first place, which is how our phone is. We would have been better off just not scrolling on it in the first place. But if you did, there are a few ways to fix it, or at least there are a few ways and things that you can do to help you get back on track. And before I mention the most critical thing, I want to mention a more underrated thing that I don't think we do enough or appreciate enough, which is if it's not super cold where you are or whatever, just go outside. Like, go for a walk, really. You can go for a run or exercise if you really want to, but just hear me out and go for a walk. You probably need some sunlight anyways, but whenever you just take a walk and you like reflect on your life, or you think about what it is that you need to do or the things that you want to do or want to have, it's this really interesting feeling that I used to feel all the time. I haven't been able to do that recently because of the weather around me, but that led me to be overstimulated because I couldn't go outside. Because whenever you reconnect with nature, you start to feel more whole again. You start to find yourself again. And that's what stops this overstimulation. But there are things you can do that don't involve going outside. And the best thing, this is probably the only other method that can really help you clear your mind and give you clarity in your life or peace after overstimulation, and that's meditation. Now, I thought it was bullcrap. I didn't believe in meditation at all. I thought it was it was a waste of time. It technically is a waste of time, but it's a good waste of time. And the whole point of meditation, at least depending on what it is you're using it for, is to focus on your breath and observe your thoughts as well. But you don't really do that in meditation. You just observe what's going on, what are you thinking, and you let it go. You don't encourage the thought, you just let it pass by. You listen to your thoughts, and you don't give in. You just breathe, and you focus on your breath. You focus completely on your breath, and make sure that that is like the only thing you do. And it can only be for 5 minutes, but those 5 minutes will give you at least an hour of complete productivity back, and that is way better than 5 hours of only some productivity within those hours. Like meditation, it will save your life. It saved mine. It saved mine by giving me my time back, by clearing my mind whenever it was cluttered, and it stopped, or there were things stopping me from like doing habits like doing this, maybe reading, maybe journaling, and maybe cleaning my room, just a lot of things that I wasn't really trying to do. But the moment I meditated, my mind became clear. My thoughts, they started to have clarity, have meaning. They started to all make sense, and I knew exactly what I needed to do. And I believe that if you take this opportunity to try meditation, if you are already doing it, you will feel the exact same way. It's a great feeling. And it's the only way to really save yourself after overstimulation. And I don't think we realize that. I don't think we realize how dangerous it is to be overstimulated, because it has this feeling like we're just being lazy, or it has this feeling that we're not enough, and it makes us downward spiral in this kind of emotion where we really shouldn't be feeling, and we should just understand that we're probably just overstimulated. It's really hard to see that, because overstimulation, it happens really quickly, and you just have to become more sensitive to it to realize that it's happening. And this can be in the morning, like whenever you pick up your phone, because in my opinion, after I grab my phone and if I start scrolling on it in the morning, it's like half my IQ is just gone. All of that, all of these creative thoughts and thinking that I could be having in the morning, these productive thoughts, they're just killed, just like that. All because of a 6-inch screen. Like, that's nuts, right? And how could we not be like sensitive or more aware to this? Like, it's so powerful and scary how much you could be defeated by a phone, all because you just decided to scroll on it for a minute. Now, if you decide to do it at a specific time, that's different. But whenever you just do it to cope or like to get out of something, that's when it's worse, at its worst. And I really hope you don't get on this kind of downward spiral of just not being able to focus, not being able to complete your task, achieve your goals, because that's what overstimulation will lead to eventually, right? If we just feel overstimulated all the time, we probably feel like we're procrastinating all the time, and then we won't achieve our goals. I'm not going to take any more of your time. You know what to do. You know what it is that you need to be doing. You know what it is that might be making you feel this way if it isn't your phone. Because there are ways to feel overstimulated that's not from your phone. Just anything that's pleasuring you for a long time that you're overusing, that's considered overstimulation, but it's most found in your phone. So you need to get to work, whatever that might be, and I need to as well. I need to do the things that I need to do. I need to get through my day, and you need to as well. And that's why I won't take any more of your time. I love y'all. I hope you have a beautiful rest of your day. And my email is in the description of this video if you want to talk more, maybe about this topic, maybe about some good habits or anything that has to do with this video or any of my others. Feel free to email me. I am open, and I will try to respond as quickly as possible. I hope to see you on the next one. And again, have a beautiful rest of your day.